One of the complaints about the Tiger 900 series of motorcycles, the whole range, GT, GT Pro, Rally, Rally Pro, is that they have this tendency to dump a lot of engine heat out onto your legs. That's because of this radiator. It's got a dual radiator, and on each side there's this fan that exhausts through the fairing here, this hole in the fairing, right onto your knees around this area. Some people say the heat comes all the way around and into the crotch area as well. So this has always been a little bit of a complaint with people, and you can see the two radiators right there. One solution that has been offered is deflectors. These deflectors are installed in this area here to kind of hopefully direct the air. See if I can get the correct one here. And you'd install it like this, and it'll deflect the air up, hopefully up and away from your thighs, at least some of it. Some of it will still leak through here, this area, but for the most part it should deflect a lot of the air out and away from your legs. The kit you can buy from AliExpress or from other vendors as well comes with these two metal deflectors, as well as two screws, nuts, and washers. And there's a hole in each one of them, with the idea being that you install it onto the plastic there using this 3M industrial grade VHB double-sided tape. And then you bore a hole through the trim here, right here, and affix the screw and the nut for double insurance, I guess, to keep it onto the trim. But I don't particularly want to drill a hole in my trim. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to install this just with the sticky tape. I'm going to clean that area pretty good with some alcohol, and then I'm going to just stick them on and let it cure for overnight. I'm not going to ride this bike until tomorrow. So the bike would be able to cure for a good, I don't know, almost 24 hours before I ride this bike again. And it should stick on pretty good. I'm hoping, well, if it does fall off, no biggie, but at least I wouldn't have drilled a hole into my fairing. So I'm going to go ahead now and clean that area with some alcohol and then stick it on. There it is installed. Just a peel and stick application. Hopefully it stays on in place. The access to drill this hole is not so good, as you can see. You'd have to basically take this thing off and drill it from the other side, I think. See what the other side looks like and see if it falls off. Hopefully it doesn't. That's what it looks like. And from the side it looks like this. So you can see that the air coming here hopefully will catch this little tab, and some of it at least will deflect off. The rest of it will probably escape through here, and there'll still be some coming off. But between this and this angle here, it should direct it away, out this way, and then it'll dissipate back onto the rest of your hips maybe. Who knows? I'll resume this video from the road, maybe after riding home tomorrow after work. I think tomorrow is going to go up to be about 87 degrees. So it'll be a good time to test it. And hopefully I'll be able to report back on how the these deflectors are working. I expect them to be partially effective, but without actually measuring, taking temperature measurements, it's hard to say how effective they would be. But put it this way, something there in that exhaust port will deflect. There will be some deflection of air from this area here. So something is better than nothing. And I think that it'll reduce some of the heat. Well, right now it's 85 degrees and time is 3:30, and I'm on my way home. As you can see, these things are still attached. I don't know how robustly they're attached, This one feels a little slack, actually. But in my riding so far, I've found that they make very little difference. It does spread out the airflow a little bit more down in this area here, but in terms of directing it completely away from your upper thigh, like for example my thigh is here, I don't know if you can see that, but the airflow used to come straight here, but now it kind of comes out a little bit and it kind of like dissipates a little bit, before it hits my thigh. But in terms of the burning sensation, okay, so before, when it was really hot outside and the bike was, exhausting a lot of air, it would be scorching on my legs. And I would have to kind of, angle my legs outwards to get away from that airflow. Since I put the deflector on, it's not scorching as much, but it's still generally hot. So, do you want to install these things? I don't know. Like right now I'm riding and I can feel the hot air coming onto my legs. I don't have my legs angled out, but I can feel the hot air coming onto my legs. So much so that it's still, not pleasant. So really, I can't really give this deflector a ringing endorsement at all. If you want to put it on, it's not going to make your legs any hotter than before. Let me put it that way. Is it going to make it any cooler? Without actually measuring the temperature drop, just by, feel, nah, it's not really making your legs any cooler. So, and definitely if you do put them on, I don't think it's worth drilling a hole in your fairings. So if this one falls off here, it kind of looks a little soft. I think that the glue might be wearing off. It seems to be a little bit more flexy than this one on the left. So maybe that the double-sided tape is kind of like softening. I don't know. Maybe it does really need the screw, but if it was to fall off, I don't think it's a big loss, as long as it doesn't fall in and damage my radiator, my fan, If it was to fall off in the road, big whoop. I lost $20-something, But it's not doing really, a nice job of deflecting the hot air from my legs. I'm still feeling hot air. So that is my conclusion on this as a modification to get rid of this problem. If you own a Tiger 900, you just have to live with it. I'm riding right now in Texas and this is just springtime weather. I mean, it's 83 degrees now. In summer, it's going to get up as high as 100. The odd day is going to go up to 100. It's going to be frequently in the 90s, and it's going to be a lot hotter than this. And the bike is going to, want to cool down more. So that means that the fan is going to be on more. It's going to be blowing more hot air. In the wintertime, the fan hardly kicks on because the cold air kind of keeps the engine cool enough. So it's not a problem in winter, and when it does come on, it's nice. But in the summer, which is when the engine needs to be cooled, that's when the fans kick on, and it's going to blow even more hot air onto your legs in the summer. So, yeah, it's a hot bike, and just got to live with the heat. Angle your legs out. If you're on the highway, I would think that it's not a problem because the really hot air is dissipated quicker than you would feel it on your legs, if that makes sense. So that essentially you'd just be feeling the ambient hot air. But yeah, I commute every day. So I don't ride that fast, and steady for the hot air to be swept away before it's, you know, before I can feel it on my thighs. So I do get that burning, but my ride home is not that long. It's only about half an hour. So I can angle my legs out kind of like this. I don't know if you can see that, but angle it out like this. And right now my leg is in cool air. So there you have it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, share the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Keep the shiny side up.